that time we met Ivan, he gets out of his Corvette, and he's got this running suit on, and he's on stage.
The old
Tracksuits.
purple and black tracksuits. Do you remember that?
I do
Used to
remember
come.
those.
Everybody used to wear shorts and doing everything else, and Ivan would have the purple tracksuits going
And we
on.
went to the Chinese restaurant for our big buffets.
Going through. I like that. Dude, that was nice.
Yeah.
Do you remember the story when we were writing the book, and Ivan and I went to the supermarket together?
Yes.
So we're in the supermarket. Ivan and I are at the supermarket together, and we're walking around. I walk in, and we're getting like apples and stuff like that. And I walk up to the guy who's selling apples. I said, do you have those golden delicious apples? He said, yeah. And I'm having a whole conversation with him. And Ivan says, I got to tell you what, I am such an introvert compared to you. I said, Ivan, it's just about going out and just having fun with people, making them feel good. So anyway, we get all the way up. We're joking around. We get up, and we're checking out, and he's buying the food. And as he hands the person his credit card to buy the food, I just said, whose name is that on the card? The person looks, and I was like, what are you doing? So he takes it, and so he then takes it, and I then turned to him, I said, come on, honey, let's go. I said, we just got married, and this is our honeymoon we're here for. And everybody just kind of stops and turns, and I kind of take his arm, and he's all stiff, like, what are you doing? And so
Ivan likes his spontaneity scripted, you know.
So we go out, and then we get home, and as we walk in the house, I hear Ivan yell like a little kid. He's like, Beth, I'm never going to the store with Frank again. Because he didn't like the way I joked around. That's a true story. You can ask Ivan. That's a true story.
He'll deny it all the time. I was the adult and mature one at the grocery store that day.
Yes, always.
That particular day. So there was all those times. Remember, we used to go to his house, and we used to have wine after the big meeting. There were only 30 of us, maybe 40 of us. Remember when we became international?
Yes, went to Canada. Was that considered international?
We got someone in Canada. We're international now. That was the day we became BNI, Business Network International.
There you go.
Canada came on board. That was several years ago. A lot has changed since then, because shortly after that, who came on?
The UK.
The UK.
The UK. Then everything started to change then.
Everything changed because they made us dress up.
Yeah.
And they told Ivan he couldn't wear running suits anymore.
You got to join them now.
So no way, I had to step
Oh,
in
you
here.
have to. Oh, so you get to say something first?
You people you're getting way off script.
No.
There's
This
no
is our
script.
script.
There's no script.
What's been your favorite part, especially the
Working
talk
with
about us?
Yes. Your favorite story about working with Frank and Hazel. You've written a lot of books. None of them as enjoyable as working with Hazel and I. So I think
You know what? I will give you that. Absolutely. You guys have you made me laugh so much as we were writing the books. I've never laughed so much writing a book before. I think the one thing that really cracked me up was me being all excited about the graphs and the charts, and the two of you like looking at me like he's completely insane. What is wrong with this guy?
Yeah, he'd bring charts in and we'd go, yeah, no.
Yeah, but do you remember the size of the table he had the charts on?
Massive.
Yeah, it's like 30 feet long, and like 2/3 of the table is all charts. And he's going, isn't this great? He's all excited. And Hazel's all looking at each other like, what is going on with them?
No one's going to read these charts. So when people say there's no photos, we go, of course there's charts.
Do you remember when he did it? He said, and I don't know the exact number, but it was something like, and you can tell me if I'm making this up. He's like, we have 437 charts. I was like, there's not 437 charts going into this book. I'm telling you that right now.
You made me take too many out. You really did. But,
Yeah, what is it, like 6 in the book?
I thought she would be the problem because she misbehaves. You do.
I actually miss Hazel.
Miss Hazel. You were the bad boy. You got us in more trouble in presentations than Hazel did.
I know.
Which is a real surprise.
Well, we'd go to do presentations. The first presentation we do, we go up to Ivan's room, and he's like, okay, we got to go through, because we're presenting the next day. All we've done is sent him the PowerPoints, right? Remember? And then he says, we got to go through what we're going to say, right? So he goes through, and he's kind of like, okay, and he goes through, and he says this, and this, and this, and this, and he says, okay, Hazel, what are you going to do? What'd you say?
I don't know.
He's like,
He goes, what do you mean you don't know?
I think that's when we did the photograph where I was like,
We're doing it in the morning. What do you mean you don't?
and then we're in the UK, and they decide that we have to do a longer presentation.
No. The most priceless point was when he got the PowerPoint. And he's going through looking at all the
a
pictures.
photograph. Now, you have to understand that we're talking about a book that we did called Business Networking and Sex, not what you think. It's not about what you think. And there was a photograph. We shouldn't probably release this recording.
It's already been released.
All right, good. There's a photograph.
Inappropriate.
Go ahead.
So we send the photographs over, and I send one, and Ivan calls me. When he says, I want to talk about something. He said, you sent the elements for your PowerPoint over? And I said, yeah. And he said, I think you included a photograph that you didn't mean. Only as Ivan can say this in his nice way. And I knew exactly what he was talking about. I was like, really? What photograph are you talking about? And he's like, well, there's a photograph of a lady bending over the car. I don't know if you want to use it. And I said, you mean the hooker? And he was like, yeah, the prostitute. And I said, that's not a mistake. Yeah, I'm going to use that. You're going to put a picture of a prostitute into our presentation? I said, yeah, it'll be funny. People will love it. He's just like, he goes, I cannot believe I'm doing a presentation. I said, don't worry, you can put, he goes, I just want you to know, I'm not comfortable with this photo. And I said, it's okay, we can put that on the PowerPoint slide.
I'm not
People know.
comfortable.
And that's what they did. It comes up, and then there's a tagline that says, for the record, Ivan was not comfortable with this photograph.
But it did go over big. The photo did go over. However, when he did it by himself, he took that photo out.
That
Just wanna let you know.
photograph was completely out. Yeah, my presentation alone, yeah.
But it's been a great 30 years.
It has been a great 30 years. It really has. And you guys have been fantastic directors and super co-authors of the book. You know, when I do presentations, I'm usually reasonably funny. But with the two of you, I feel like the straight man.
He is our straight man.
I am. I'm absolutely your straight man. You guys are just cracking jokes left and right. And
he's doing.
I'm doing the numbers and holding my head.
Well, but I think what's really important, I think for people to understand who don't know you, is the organization built on giver's gain, and it's in every level of the organization.
Yeah.
But I think what Hazel and I also realized during all this is that Ivan lives it every day.
Yeah.
He is a person that over the years has given to me, given to other people. So when you talk about an organization that's talking about giver's gain, in the book and what we did, everything else, you give so much, and it means a lot. So
And
it's fantastic.
he walks the talk. So it's a good role model.
You guys are very kind, and I really appreciate that. But listen, I wish I had more directors like you, even with the photographs. I wish I had more directors like you, because you guys bleed burgundy. You love the organization.
Can't
It
help it.
shows, and I really appreciate you.
Love you,
I
brother.
love you, man.
Okay, ready?
Oh, God.
Now, that's going to be a photo shoot.
Oh, no, we've got lots of things.